Very intriguing that the champion will dictate the styles that will follow. I think that's very interesting that they will dictate the zeitgeist of the playing styles that would follow. Then if I can ask you, just extrapolate this, now that Gukesh is a champion, what style do you think will develop from this and how would people try to counter that?
I think that Gukesh is still under the Magnus influence.
Okay.
So he plays within that window of more accuracy. But there is a part of him that you can see has that risk-taking bravado. He played a couple of games in the World Championship where he was clearly worse. And he decided, I'm not going to repeat the position, even though my opponent is the one who stands a little bit better. And then he even starts to go on the gambling side and say, yeah, I don't know if I'm actually worse. You're like, are you delusional right now? But he'll later look at the position with the engine and say, yes, I was worse, but it wasn't that easy. So he's already starting to show some tendencies in that way. We'll see whether or not he develops along those lines, because if he does, then you'll see this kind of fighting aspect that is tremendous, because where other players will repeat the position and say, 3-4 repetition is good for me, let's take a draw, he'll say, no such thing, no can do, we're going to keep playing. Even when I'm slightly worse, I'm going to try to beat you. So that will be interesting to see if he can continue to develop the skill sets, or will he develop the skill sets necessary to validate that approach? Because the approach is exciting. The approach makes you want to follow Gukesh more. Like, is it just youthful optimism that's making him play like this? Or will he be able to pull it off on the board against the best players on the planet, particularly the best player on the planet? This is, I think, the question that we'll be answering in the next 4 years.